Hey there and welcome. As a naturopathic doctor and health coach, I talk a lot about using mindset and making mindset shifts to help reduce stress and to help recover from things like burnout. So I wanted to share with you some of the mindset shifts I've had to make personally, as well as some things that I share with clients in order to help them maintain a stronger, healthier, more positive, more abundant mindset. So let's dive in. The first thing is to let go of the idea of perfection. I know for a lot of my type A people, especially a lot of my clients, letting go of the idea of perfection is often difficult. Now, a lot of times, and you may identify with this, sometimes you might not even want to start something new because you know it can't be perfect. Or you might not want to do that exercise routine or that yoga routine because you don't have your full-on hour or hour and a half that you want to dedicate it to it. Let it go. Let go of this attitude. It is not serving you. I promise you, if we take the steps of making progress over perfection, it's going to take you so much further. I know because I've been there. I used to work in finance. I'm pretty much type A personality. I was always go, 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 achieve, adapt, and overcome sort of thing. And sometimes personally, this has led me to just altogether not do things because it can't be perfect. And again, that's kind of defeating the purpose. You're not going to learn anything new if you're afraid to try, or if you're attached to the outcome that it has to be perfect. The second thing is to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Ooh, this is a big one because a lot of times, especially if you're a high achiever or you're used to crushing goals or used to just knocking it out of the park, it can feel really different and really uncomfortable when you are trying something new, or when you're just learning something, or when you're approaching something new. And that area where you are uncomfortable, that's where the growth happens. So a lot of us can tend to shy away from things that are uncomfortable or things that are new because we feel comfortable in our domain of what we know. We feel like the expert. It makes us feel good. We feel sometimes really small when we don't understand something new. So let go of this idea of your comfort because you're stifling your growth. Where it's uncomfortable is where the growth happens, which kind of leads into the next point is reframe the way you look at failure. Embrace the failure. Embrace it, because if you fail, that means you learned something. A lot of times we learn more from our mistakes, and I can say this personally, I've learned so much more from my mistakes than when I did something right and just kind of didn't even know why. Oftentimes the idea of failure can stop us from even going there or stop us from learning something new. Just like the idea that it has to be perfect. Sometimes the idea of failing at something and being a total flop at something, it's embarrassing. Like sometimes you're worried about what are people going to think, or you're worried about disappointing someone. Let it go. Get in there, learn. It's going to be ugly. Fail beautifully, fail miserably, but fail and then get up, dust your butt off, and keep moving forward. Because again, that's where the growth happens. That's where you're going to learn so much about who you are, and it's going to make you stronger in your mindset, and it's going to really reframe your positioning. And one of the most crucial, I think the most overlooked, is stop with the negativity. Stop playing it over and over in your head. You got to really become aware of your thoughts, which is a huge mindset shift for a lot of people. One of my favorite authors, Wayne Dyer, used to say, you can't get enough of what you don't want. This kind of goes into my video, if you watched it, about abundance mindset and why it's so important. What you're thinking and what you're focusing on, whether or not you believe it, you're going to get more of it. I'm not saying you need to pretend that everything's fine, when the house is burning down, metaphorically, of course. But what you can do is instead look for the good in whatever the situation is. Again, it could be failure. If you're looking at the failure, you're growing, right? You're learning something. It could be that you're not where you want to be in your career or financially. Well, looking at that just says, okay, I can look at what my new opportunity is. Figure out and grab onto something that is positive and shift away from the negativity, shift away from spiraling down into, you don't have this, you don't have that, and then you feel bad about it. That's just going to lead to more thoughts give you more reasons to feel bad. But if you can, in those times, reach for something that is more positive, something that you are grateful for in that moment, I promise you this is going to start to feed itself, and you're going to start to be looking for excuses to be happy and to be grateful and to feel better about yourself. When you start to incorporate these tips, your mindset is going to shift. You are going to have a different outlook on life. Not only are you going to learn so much more, but you're also going to be so much more resilient to stress. Things that used to bug you, things that used to keep you up at night are going to roll right off your back, and you're going to keep it moving, keep moving forward, and keep going higher. All right. I hope that this video was helpful. If you have any questions about any of this, or if you want to share some of your favorite mindset tips, leave it in the comments below. If you haven't already seen my video about how to change or how to transform yourself, then you might want to go ahead and check that out. All right. I will see you in the next video.